All right, sound check 1 2 3 1 2 3. Can you guys hear me clearly? All right, so let's just get started. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today is 2nd of October 2025 and we're just live. So let's just break down the chart, what's just going on the goal right now. Let's just like break it down from the daily time frame. Let me just see this one and just have some background music here. Actually, I can't listen anything. What is this? All right. Okay. Recording is just like started. Okay, so daily candle. Let's just start with the daily candle. Let me just remove these all things first. First thing first. Just we are having like a now look at this one. This daily candle just like broke the low of the previous daily candle and now just like continuously pushing to the upside and breaking above the high of the its own high actually. If the candle just broke the low of the previous candle, it should be continuously pushing to the downside. If it just like did not sustain its pressure and start pushing to the upside, there's a probability it could continuously pushing upside and fill this wick on the left hand side. So let's just jump from daily time frame to H4 to see the more better picture. So on a daily on H4 you can see we are having like a support here, and at the same time we're having like a resistance, which I think so it's just like already broke. So let's just go from we are having like a wick on the left hand side on H4 just like a 60 pip wick. Let's just go from H4 to H1. H1 just tapping the rejection on the left hand side, and in this scenario if I can zoom in, we are having like a support here as well, and below this support it's like a 70-75 pip range we are also having. So let's just go from H1 to M30, 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 M30. M30 was just doing consolidation, now just like broke above this consolidation. Wow, look at this one. If we just go this candle, we are having like a 35 to 40 pip range here. So just like need to readjust the zones because this candle just like broke now. Broke, it's just like a very messy price action I would say. Above this area we are having like a lot of rejection wick on the left hand side on a 30-minute time frame. So for that reason I think so I should need to look at 50-minute time frame. If there was just like no kind of rejection on the left hand side, then I will just like I'm not going to be look at the 50-minute time frame. But as we're just having like a lot of rejection on the 30-minute time frame, so that's why I just looking at the rejection on the 50-minute. So 50-minute here we're just having like a resistance, and above this area you can see we are having like a 60 pip range on the left hand side. But I just like need to see a candle should have to be close above this resistance so I can give my trade a chance. This actually makes sense. Market just like not showing volume before that, was doing consolidation from a long time. Look at this one, what's just happening. So we just like need to get some kind of a strong volume here to go through this whole rejection on the left hand side. And there's just like 20 minutes left for the opening of London. Might be opening of London will bring something on the table. So let's just look at this one. These rejection actually are actually having like a resistance in it on a 50-minute time frame. So I just like need to worried about how market reacting to this rejection. Then we'll see if I can give my trade a chance. So this actually makes sense. And if we just like break below this area, it's like a 70 pip range here as well. This also makes sense. Here we go. Okay, 50-minute. Okay, 50-minute. So if we just broke and close below this area, we are having like a very beautiful 60 pip range to the downside on a 30 minute, on a 15 minute, on H1, on a 30 minute. Yeah, this makes sense. Sells only makes sense if we just break and close below this support area, so we can fill this range on the left hand side. It's just like a 65 pip range, so we can easily grab like 20-25 pips out of it. That makes sense. Okay, so we just like already make a plan here. So all we just need to do, just like need to wait for the structure to be formed for the execution. Till right now I just can't see volume, to be honest. Look at the previous 50-minute candle, just rejected with the long rejection wick and close with a small bearish candle. This candle just like come up, fill this range on the left hand side. Now again it's just like continuously pushing to a downside. 30 minutes just like yeah, we're just having like a rejection and a resistance on the left hand side. So I just have to wait for the candle to close above this resistance area. I'm just only gonna take the buy if the candle is going to be break and close above like 38 38.78 somewhere here, so I can grab few pips here. Or if it's just like going to be close below this support area, this makes sense for the sells. In this range I'm just like not gonna do anything. Might be if it just like create some kind of resistance here, so I can go for the sells from the top, or if you just like create some kind of support here, so I can go for the buy from the bottom. But in the middle of the range I'm just like not gonna touch it. I will wait for the candle to give me a signal to break above the resistance or break below the support. That makes sense. Or if it just like create some resistance, or if it just like create some support, that is the only thing which could be give me a good probability to give me a candle should have to be go in my direction. So yeah, just like need to wait. Let's just like come back on the chats now. Morning, morning. Cash, you have a fresh haircut? Yes, I just like good haircut after every 15 days. Sounds good. Okay, after good. Okay, yes, bro. We here. Okay. Walaikum salam. All right. So the things just like settled down. So just like need to wait now. I think so. Today is just gonna be a very patientful day. We just have to be wait like a little longer for execution. Cannot force ourselves for the execution if we just like didn't get anything on the table. So just like need some structure to take a sell or buy. Just like need to wait. All right, let's see what's just going on the fundamentals. Okay, this is gold chart. Yeah, look at this one. It also showing the resistance at 38.77, which we just like already like created there. So if market create break and close above 38.78, so it could be continuously pushing upside towards like 38.91. It's just like also showing the resistance and support here. Okay, so central bank buying 30%, government has shut down 40%. Oh, it's just there's just like some kind of pressure on the economy. So gold should be continuously pushing to the upside. This actually makes sense. And also, do we have any kind of news today? Any strong news data? Let me just see on the trading. Just like 2 hours ago, we just like got a shutdown news. Gold should continuously pushing to the upside. Precious gold hovers near all-time high on the Fed rate cut bets. The US shutdown. Yeah. Okay, increased. Interesting. Current we are having like the current last news we just got about the government shutdown and the US rate cut bets. So there's just like a geopolitical tension just going on, so it should continuously pushing upside. Gold should continuously pushing upside, but before that we just like need some kind of confirmation there. So we just need something to be printed on the chart with the technical analysis, so there's a probability we can grab something there. Stream without breakfast, weak voice. Yeah, today just like feeling low to be honest. I was just like having like flu last day. I just like took my some medicines, but still feeling some kind of low in my body. Okay, okay, brother, secure 80% at 15 pips and close full at break even. Where you just like secure 50%? You just executed somewhere here. Very risky trade. So the way it's just like rejecting right now, I think 50 minutes just like already closed. Yeah, look at this one. This candle just like closed here. So I will just like wait more 15 minutes. I think so with the opening of London. Before that, for the completely like for the Asian session and pre-London session, I think so just like continuously doing the consolidation. So might be higher probability if you just like break above this area or break below this area with the opening of London. So depending on the volume, I could say there's a probability we can continuously pushing to downside or we can continuously pushing to the upside. So we'll see. For cells, to be honest, there's just like a lot of rejection, a lot of things on the left hand side. So we'll see if cell makes sense. So we'll give it a chance. But I think so buys make more sense to me. But it's just like doing consolidation. So we just like need to see where we can grab few chunks here. In this situation, for cells, I would like to grab like 15-20 pips. If it's just like broke above this area, then I can be confident with the fundamentals as well. So I can grab 30-35 pips here. So we'll see. Okay, so the Mantesh just sent us a chart. Let's just look at this one. Okay, just took a buy. Just took a buy. And why just like took a buy when you can see that the previous 50-minute candle just like broke like a rejection on the top side and closed with a small body, just losing the volume there. So could be risky one. And there's just like another resistance on the left hand side. So yeah, it was risky trade actually. That's why this is something what happened with you. The best thing where you just like create this resistance, because above this area you can have a clean traffic on the left hand side. So in this situation here you just like need a lot of volume to go through this like range on the left hand side. So just like need to wait here. Okay, this was it. I enter. Hi, Kaz. This might be a stupid question. If there is a clean range to left on all time frames, and we get a break and close on all time frames, is that a high probability? Yeah, exactly. If you just having like a clean traffic on the left hand side and 30-minute H1, H4, all time frames, just like giving you the clean direction on the left hand side, and after that you just like go some kind of a confirmation candle and that same into the same direction. So very high probability if you are sitting with the volume, there's like a tradable range, there's like a clean traffic, so it will fill that range. So Sario just sent us a chart. Wow, took a sell. Look at this one. Wow, very nice. I would say this make more sense. The previous candle just showing less volume, candle rejected with a long rejection, broke the low, executed. And what is the range was this where you just executed? Are you just forcing yourself? It's like a 38 pip range. Yeah, yeah, but it's just like more better than, I would say, like better than the buying, I would say, to take a sell here. The previous M15 just losing the volume. But again, I would like to tell you, don't try to force yourself in this range. Don't try to force yourself in this range. If you just like got some winning here, you might be lucky. So try to avoid this range right now. Just wait for the structure to be formed. If you just like, if you just wanted to take a sell in this range, if you just wanted to play with this range, wait for the candle to create some kind of resistance, red candle, so you can go to retest the low, or just like wait for the candle to break and like a close on the support area, give you some kind of strong bullish candle here, so you can go for the buys. This is the only situation I actually makes sense. I enter trade after 1 hour candle close above the resistance and following candle dip down from the liquidity wick and then began breaking its own high. That's when I executed entry. But you just like need to look at smaller time frames. Smaller time frame will give you the confirmation what could be happen on the higher time frame actually. So that makes sense. So what is this? Bars, buddy, what is this? I should need to guess something. Okay, you just executed here. You actually executed here. Your TP was here. What time frame it is? M30 H1. What is this? H1. Oh, so why you are just like forcing yourself? If you just like suppose that you are depending on H1 time frame. All right, so let's just like go through with the H1 time frame. I just like saw two trades just taken by the community on depending on H1 time frame. Like you just like didn't get something on a 50 minute, you just didn't get something on a 30 minutes, so you just like think about why not to go with the H1 time frame. So suppose that you are going with the H1 time frame, so you are having like a resistance here on the H1 as well. So why you just like execute it here? See this one? Even you're just like suppose that you're just like not looking at 30 minute, you're just like not looking at a 15 minute, you're just like going with the higher time frame having like more stronger confirmation than the lower time frame. I accept that thing, but still if you just like taking this trade with the H1 time frame, here is a resistance and the rejection on the left hand side. So why you just like execute it here? Doesn't make sense. Just chill, relax guys. Some days are not bringing some kind of opportunity with it, so we just like need to bear it with bear it with the patience actually. Just relax. I load the load size with the SL above the body of 50-minute candle. It was only 5 pips, but do not build bad habits. So if you just like went in your favor, it will give you the confidence that next time you will just like do the same thing. So next time there's a probability you can gonna lose something. Look at this one, just execute it by manage the risk. That makes sense. Managing risk makes sense, because if we just like create a wick and going to break above this high, it should continuously pushing upside. If you just like didn't react like that, went in your favor 15-20 pips, come back to your entry point, should have to be close 50%. If it just like broke its own low, should have to be close everything, because you are just like playing with the range right now. In what range, how much pips should the stop loss be on gold? It depends on the structure we're just facing there, depend on the size of the candle. Sometimes we just like getting a bigger stop loss, so there's two situations we just like need to take decisions, like lower the lot size, or should we go for the lower time frame to place the stop loss. So different structure having different kind of risk management, I would say. All right, buy at a 50-minute time, impulse move, but candle break on high, so close full. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I think the unemployment data will be released today because of the US government shutdown. What do you say? Let's see. Let's see. 50-minute clean range left side. No way. 40-50 pips goes. Okay. Sir, how did you become a profitable trader? Can you share your mistakes so I can avoid them? And with which habit strategy did you add? Just like stick with 1 to 2 trades, 1 to 2% risk of your capital. And even with these rules, if you just only having like a 50% profitable ratio, so at the end of the week, at the end of the month, there's a probability you're just going to be close in profits. Okay, sir, how many dollars used for 5k funded account? I would say go with 0.10, something like that. Funded account, it's just like a funded account, so just go with 0.10, 0.20, something like that. Can you please explain in Urdu this US shutdown impact? I'm just like not gonna explain in Urdu. Can you please explain the challenge of prop firms? One step, two step, direct funded. What is difference and how do they work? One step actually just like need to pass one step, but that is just having like a I would say low drawdown. Like one day you just like need to not just need to go lower than 4% negative, or maximum overall drawdown in one step is just like a 6%, and overall you just like need to make 10% on that one step. But I would just recommend everyone to go with the two step having like a higher probability and having like a more bracket or more space for your drawdown, because in two step you're just going to be get 5% one day drawdown, and overall drawdown will be something like 8%. And the same thing you just like need to do like need to make money to pass that funded account. Like phase one you just like need to pass like 8%, phase two you just like need to go to towards like 5%. So this is the rules for second step. Okay, Okay, watch once 50 minutes it goes 50 pips. So doesn't matter. I'm just like not gonna force myself in this range. Let it just come down, break and close below the support area. So with the opening of London might be I'm just like gonna get something. But if it just like come down, create some kind of support on the support area like a bullish candle, so I can give my trade a chance for the buys. This is the simple scenario I'm just having. Like there's just like 5 minutes left for the opening of London, and look at the candle just like how it's just like coming to the downside. Even if it's just like the way just like pushing to the downside, I would like to see this candle should have to be break and close below the support area, so I can give my trade a chance. But if this candle is going to be close within the range, so I'm just like not gonna take any sells in this situation. I'm just like not gonna force myself for the execution in this situation. For sells, I would like to see this candle should have to be close below the support area. So that makes sense for me. So I actually not interested in impulse entry for the sells. And the reason behind that, if you just like look at the left hand side, it just rejected 3 times from the same area on a 30-minute time frame. So what is the probability fifth time it just like if it just like close within the range and can create a weak and break the low, so it will continuously pushing to downside. It's just like having a lower probability. So I'm just like not going to execute. Even if I just like miss this move, I'm just like not going to execute. I would like to see this candle should have to be come down close below the support area, so I can give my trade a chance to grab few chunks here. This makes sense. Wow, look at this one. It's just like showing volume. There's just like 3 minutes left for the candle to close. So in this situation, when there's just like 3 minutes left for the candle to close, what you would like to do? Will you just gonna execute on this situation, or will you just like wait for the candle to be closed? Okay, look like a fake out after a break and retest in this. If this candle close below support, it's just like not a fake out, it's just like it's a simple structure just going on. So if it's just like going to be close below the support area, there's a probability it could continuously pushing to the downside. Oman Ashraf lose 1.4 million this month. Can big trader also lose this much money as they have a lot of experience? And yeah, it's a market of probability. Everyone can win here. Everyone can lose, even they're just having like a experience. It's work with the probability. All you can do is to manage risk only. Just like stick with the risk management. So if you just like even lose 1.4 million, if you just like lose just like a $1,400 or just like a $40, so if with the risk management there's a probability you can make it back easily, because you just knew that how to do work and how I can make it back. If he just like lose 1.4 million, definitely he must be have like more than 140 million with him. So it's just like nothing for him. Okay, wait for close. Yes, first 3 minutes or last 3 minutes of the candle, no trade exactly, doesn't make sense. Last minute, there's just like 1 minute left for the candle to be closed. And if you just like wanted to take a sell, I would like to see this candle should have to be close below the support area. So next candle creator we can broke this all rejection on the left hand side. So in this situation I can give my trader a chance to grab some chunks. But if we just like close back into the range, so again what happened here? If it's just like going to be close back into the range, so again you can see it just again rejected from the same area. So no sells in this situation. If I just want to take a sell, I would like to see this candle should have to be close below the support, so I can give my trade a chance. Or if it's just like going to break below this whole rejection, so in this situation, let's see. Just few seconds left. Just like few seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So look at this one now. Can someone explain me? Does this make sense to take sell now? No, exactly. Even you just like break below this area, I'm just like not gonna execute with the impulse entry. If you just like wanted to go to the downside, if you just really wanted to go towards like in a bearish momentum, why this candle did not break and close below the support area. So it's just like didn't give us any kind of confirmation yet to take a sell here. So even if the next candle create a week and break the low, there's a very less probability it's just gonna work out. And even if it's just like continuously pushing to downside, it just like a way better than a good, like I would say like it's a more better pain to it's a, what should I say, let me just take a sip of water. So I just wanted to say like it's good to take a missing trade pain, like it's better than to take a pain of a losing trade. So yeah, doesn't make sense, doesn't make sense to take a chance. Even you just miss the move, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. It's just like not printed your structure what you just actually wanted to see on the chart. If there's just like nothing printed on the chart but what you just actually wanted to see, so I will just like not gonna force myself for the execution. So the next plan, we're just having like four plans here, like breaking above this area, we will just going to take the buy. Breaking below this support, we're just gonna take the sells. Does this happen? Nothing happen. Does this happen? Nothing happen. So next plan we just having like, if this can is just going to be closed in a bullish form, so we can take a buy by depending on the volume to retest the high. The third plan, we just like need to see, we just like need to wait for the structure to be formed. So we'll see if the third plan is going to be printed there, and if it's just like going to be closed in a bullish form, like a candle should have to be closed in a strong bullish body, so that makes sense for the execution. But if it's just like continuously pushing upside and fill half of the range again, so again the third plan will be cancelled again. So just wait for the structure to be formed, just wait for the things until you just like print it on the chart what actually you wanted to see. So that makes sense. And if you just like close nearby the resistance area, or if you just like fill half of the range on the left hand side and close in a bullish form, so again I'm just like not gonna give my trade a chance. So I will take this zone as a no trade zone. So I will just wait for the candle to break above this area or break below this support area, so I can give my trade a chance. I'm just like not gonna play with this range in this area actually. So let's see. I do not wanted this candle, this current candle, to fill the range on the left hand side. It should not go more above than this one. Should be closed in a bullish form. If you just wanted to take a buy, should be closed here where it's just like standing right now. Not, I just don't want it to see it retrace more than this one. If we just like going to be closed somewhere here, if we just like going to close somewhere here, so again no trade for me. Truly appreciate the education and guidance you are providing. Thank you so much. Price is ranging, printing candle side by side, it's very clear. Yeah, it's just like a very clear. Don't try to force yourself. This is a situation when you just like need to stick with one to two trade. If you just like if you just like fighting with this range, and while fighting with this range you just like lose 1% or 2%, just close the chart. Just close the chart. If you just like lose 1% 2%, just close the chart. So what the unmature people just going to be do here, they will try to take a sell here. In this situation, that market will just continuously pushing to the downside. It will go in their direction, but they just like forcefully try to take sell here. Market is again retracing to the upside. Now they just like in a drawdown, try to close the trade or try to hold on the trade. They just like hit by the SL. Then just they're just going to be tell their self that there's a probability now it will continuously pushing up. Now they're just going to be take like a buy here. Again market start rejecting, continuously pushing downside. They just like gonna take the loss there as well. So this is a time when you just like need to understand, you just need to tell your psychology, just like look at the chart. Is there any opportunity you can see on the chart? If there's just like nothing, then just like stay away, just close the chart, just stay away or wait for the structure to be printed there. Don't try to force yourself. And don't even try to revenge trade in this situation. Casper, you mean there is no trade in London session? Till right now, I just can't see Hunan. I just can't saw any kind of structure. I just can't see anything here. No opportunity right now. You can see candle printing side by side, breaking above the high, breaking the low, but it's just like printing side by side. So we just can't do anything about this situation. Just need to wait for our structure to be formed. That's all we can do. So we're just like waiting right now. I have learned lesson from going force trade, always lose on for, yeah, forcefully trade will always give you a negative run rate. Since we are expecting volume with London Open, should we be looking at the 50-minute time frame? No, don't go with the 50-minute time frame. Right now, just don't go with the 50-minute time frame. Just stick with the 30-minute. We just like look at 50-minute when market just like showing a lot of volume, when market just printing like a clean structure, and 30-minute just start printing more than normal size of the candle. Then we just like look at the 50-minute time frame. There there's a probability we can grab some opportunity there, because this is like a lot of volume. And if there is like a lot of volume, why the market just printing side by side? If candle just like printing side by side, or market just doing some kind of consolidation, it's mean there's just like no volume in the market. Might be it's just happening due to, oh, we are having like NFP tomorrow, am I right? Might be it will just like not moving due to NFP tomorrow. Might be today just like going to be do some kind of consolidation. Yes, tomorrow is just like NFP. We are having NFP tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. I just like, oh, okay. Can you explain your risk management? How can manage the trade if you enter? Where I just like enter? Where I just like need to manage the risk? It's depending on the structure I'm just facing there. Right now, there's nothing on the chart. Yes, exactly. Waiting. Look at this one. Now it's just like pushing to the upside. What you will do? You will just go and execute somewhere here. Doesn't make sense. It's just like a clear consolidation. Now this candle is just like showing volume, but still, if it's just like showing volume, then this crunch candle should have to be break and close above this resistance area, so I can give my trade a chance. If this current candle having volume in it, because we just cannot execute randomly on a candle is just like pushing to the upside. Because if you just like wanted to explain to yourself, this candle was also showing volume, but is this candle just close below the support area? It just like didn't close below the support area. We just took any sell here? We just didn't took any sell here, because there was just like no confirmation there. There was like no confirmation. Now look at this candle, what just going on there. There was just like no confirmation. It's just like now continuously pushing upside. So over decision, which we just took with the education, it's just like secure our money here. If someone just like try to take sell here, just someone just try to take sell here, they're just like right now in a drawdown. So the same thing happening here right now. This candle just like continuously pushing upside. But again, if you just wanted to take a buy, this candle should have to be break and close above this resistance area. This makes sense. Should have to be close above this resistance area even. I'm just like taking like a 50-minute time frame resistance at this area. So if this candle just going to the 30-minute just going to be close above this area, so I can give my trade a chance. If it's just like next candle creator, we can break above this high, so I can grab some chunks here. But again, if there's just like a lot of volume, this candle should have to be close above this resistance area. The same situation what we are just like waiting here. So it's like a clear now. We are consolidation. We are in a consolidation actually. It's just like a consolidation going on. Don't try to force in this range. I should like need to write it down here. No trade zone. That's it. It's like a no trade zone. What is this? Can't I just like move it? It's like a no trade zone. So no trade within this in this range. So third thing, the third structure we're just having with us, like we would like to see some candle should have to be reject from this area and close in a bullish form, so we can take a chance for the buy. But as you can see, it's just like continuously pushing upside again, fill more than half of the range on the left hand side. So no buys, no buys. Buys only make sense now if the candle just like closing above this resistance area, so I can give my trade a chance to continuously pushing upside. This is something makes sense now. The fourth thing should have to be wait for the structure to be formed. Till right now I'm just like not getting any structure for myself. What it says tentative instead of actual time next to news on first Saturday, so it's mean that the news will be come out any time during the whole day, like they just like can come anytime to do a press conference or something like that. It means a delay or cancel. Yeah, exactly. Cancel by NFP. NFP की timing क्या है? Wow. Just like go to Forest Factory and you will just get the timings there. Sir, what platform do you use to buy challenge form? It's only Dominion funding, having like a low latency and just like a same spread what you're just like getting on the real account of a Dominion markets actually. So NFP could be cancelled. Why NFP could be cancelled? It's just not gonna cancel, buddy. If we go to confirmation candle to buy and next candle move 7 to 8 10 pips within 1 to 2 minutes and came back create a lower, we can break again the previous high. Does that a valuable bias? Yeah, that makes sense. You can go with the bias then if you just like going to break its own high, you just execute it. Then there's no business of the execution candle to come back and break its own low. If you just like again start retracing and break its own low, you should have to be close everything to and manage the risk there. I went to toilet and the candle boost back. Okay. What your views for funding peeps perform? I just don't have any experience with them. I'm thinking of buy challenge of 5k account of $29. Just go with Dominion funding. That is just like more reliable, which is I just knew that. If resistance form with the long upside rejection, so next candle wake up break previous candle low for the sells. This one, let's see. For sells, I would like to wait for the candle to close below the support. The US government has shut down, so I think there would be no NFP. Why you guys like thinking like that? If they just like no, let me just see this one. Okay, Forest Factory. Where you just see tentative. This it will become right on the time. Oh, tentative, yeah. I think so it will be activated tomorrow. I think so, yeah. Wow. So it's just like a pending decision, I would say. It's just like a pending decision. They're just going to be give the numbers tomorrow or not. We'll see. If it's just like not gonna give us the number, wow, it could be like an opportunity. I just saw it now. It's the first time I just saw in my this journey with the forex. So if it's just like really going to be happen, there's a very high probability gold will continuously pushing to the upside. Very high probability. Cash bro, are you using funded account? Yeah, just like using funded account of Dominion funding actually. Trump is messing up US. Yes. If we are supposed to near all-time high, how to trade on all-time high? We need to enter on a first attempt. Once it break or needs to wait, I mean, what needs to keep in mind? So whenever market just going to break, like gold, especially if it's just like breaking all-time high, suppose that it's just like breaking above like 38.70. So it will always move in five with a $5 increment. Suppose that if it's just like breaking above like 38.70, the next target it could be hit like a 38.75, and from 75 it could go to 80, from 80 it could go to 85. So just $5 increment, it always like mostly it just like move like $5 increment, but you just like have to be realistic with the thing. So if they just like might be just gonna hit the $5 increment, so what your target should be, you should have to be like grab 25 30 pips out of that $5 increment. Like just go with the 2 to $2.5 increment actually. Just secure your money there. If you just like having a good feeling like it will continuously pushing upside, close at least like 90% or 20 like a 90 or 50% position there. So grabbing 30 pips 25 pips out of 50 pips is just like makes sense. It's just like a sensible decision, I would say. Casby NFPs for buy or sell, let's see. No one can predict the market. We'll see tomorrow. If it still will remain tentative, there's a probability gold will continuously pushing to the upside. So we'll see. We are supposed to near all time high. Okay, just like already answer this question. So just waiting for this candle to be closed. They just like the 50-minute just also close in a bullish form, but it's just like do not have a upper wick. Look at this one. The candle just don't have upper wick. If I just like execute it somewhere here, yeah, placing stop loss within the range, current below the current candle. 30-minute having like a resistance on the left hand side, already just rejected from this area. The way previous candle just like showing volume, but the candle just do not have a upper wick. If the candle just do not have upper wick, then this candle should have create a wick, and if it's just like breaking above this both rejection, it could continuously pushing upside. But it will be great if we just like wait for the 30-minute candle to be close. I will wait for the 30-minute candle to be close. So recently I entered in a trade which break the all-time high, but after 5-6 pips it reversed. What's why I am asking? Where all-time? What do you mean by all-time high? We're just like executed. All-time high is here. If you just like breaking above like 38.95, then there is a probability it will move like towards like 3900. This one $5 increment. Where you just like executed, it's there's just like no all-time high here. All-time high is just like situated here. Mr. UV, what's wrong with you, buddy? So just waiting for the 30-minute candle to be close. Just 10 minutes left. The weight just like showing volume. I think so. If this candle is just going to be close above this resistance area, so higher probability we will continuously pushing upside. We have a lots of wick rejection in H1 and left side. So I'm just placing my look at this one. Due to this rejection wicks, due to this rejection wick on 30-minute on H1, that's why just like taking the resistance from the M15 time frame. So on M15 time frame we are having like a resistance here. That's why I'm just like waiting for the 30-minute candle to be closed. If this 30-minute is just going to be closed above this resistance area or above this current resistance area, so I would like to see this the next candle create a wick and break its own high, something like that. So depending on the volume, if I just wanted to go with the dynamic risk, because market candle just like already moved a lot, so if I just like wanted to go with the dynamic risk, so I would like to see where I can get my better execution in that situation. And for that, till right now I would like to wait for the candle to be closed. 30 minutes should have to be closed in my favor. Yeah, don't try to force yourself for the 50-minute time frame. Just stick with the 30-minute right now. In this situation, don't look at 50 minutes. You just don't need to look at 50 minutes. Look at 50 minutes. Just like now tracing to downside. Just stick with the 30-minute time frame. And let's see. Just waiting right now. Look at this H1. The previous H1 just like rejected with the long rejection wave, closed with a with a bearish candle. Now the next candle now continuously pushing upside. Just let's look at the H1. H1 just H4 actually. H4 still open. It's just getting interesting right now. I'm 30, I'm 15. The previous M15 actually do not have a upper wick, and if this is like a lot of volume, then this current candle should have create a wick and should have to be close above somewhere here. If this current candle close above this area, so we can see that this 50% probability candle could have a probability of the another 50% of the where we can say that there's a probability it could go in our favor. 50-50 means it could be go in your favor, it could not be go in your favor. Only these kind of two candles, a candle which just do not have upper wick and the bearish candle which just do not have a bottom wick. Only these two candles in this whole industry having the 50-50% probability. So if there's a chance that it will continuously pushing upside and the another 50% probability where it could go in a bullish direction, so this current candle should have to be continuously pushing upside and should have to be close above this resistance area. So then I can go with my trade and can give my trade a chance there. But still right now 30 minutes still open, not showing me volume, the way it just like struggling with the rejection on the left hand side. So there's just like no volume. A random move might be happening for volume, and if this is like a volume, this current candle should have to be close above the resistance so I can give my trade a chance. Okay, sir, your face is not showing. Now you can see my face. Okay, so I was saying about the setup now, printing on 50-minute upside, rejection, next candle wake up, break, previous candle low, impulse. No, don't look at 50-minute, bro. Just chill, relax. मोहम्मद बिन तैमूर नथिंग यार, कुछ भी नहीं है वहाँ पे अभी, इंतज़ार करें. Yes, boy. So how we know that NFP is for buy or sells? If we don't know, so how we get a trade on NFP? Just like wait for the numbers to come out. If you just like going to be get like a bad numbers, so there's a probability gold will continuously pushing upside. If the number just like come with a good number, so there's a probability gold will continuously push towards like a downside. So just like need to wait. This is just gonna be a wild one, I would say. The weight just like showing right now tentative, so if it's just like going to be cancelled, so might be gold will continuously pushing upside. We're just going to be create like a new higher highs. Sir, did you take any trades today? No, I just didn't took a single trade today. Nothing. I just like to look at this one. No trade. I just like I'm on the chart when I just started the stream actually. Before that I didn't even look at the charts. Do you have any funded account right now? I'm having like a 3 funded account with me. M15 fake out coming. Oh, damn. Mohammed San, don't try to predict the market. Just like wait. Just like doing consolidation. Nothing happening on the chart right now. I have a lot of things to be done today. No buys, no sells. Yeah, exactly. There's just like nothing on the charts. No buys, no sells. It's a waiting game. Today is actually a waiting game. There's just like 6 minutes left for 30-minute candle to be closed. And if you just like wanted to take a buy, I would like to see this current M30 candle should have to be close above the resistance so I can give my trade a chance there. That's only I can do. So so NFP is follow up what trend is going on and it follow what? No, news just never like follow any trend. News can do anything. You know about SMK? Tomorrow just don't execute any trade. Just look at how the news come out, how the numbers just come out, and then just like look at the charts how gold just reacted to that numbers actually. Then just like write down notes, make notes on it, and next time try to be a part of that thing. So I think so you should have to be learn about it, how the market moves when market is going to be hit like a higher volatile news, when market is going to be hit like a higher volatile news actually. Market is waiting maybe for red folder big moving move incoming. I think yes, exactly. I'm just like so thinking the same actually. So might be it will doing consolidation until we just like having some kind of confirmation about NFP. So then patient the name of the game. Yeah, patient is actually the name of the game. If candle close above 38.77, then we will find buy. Exactly. Just waiting for the candle to close above 30 38.78, something like that. So we can give our trade a chance for the buys. There's just like 5 minutes left for the 30-minute candle to be closed. Bro, what is your comment on Asia Cup? David, I don't see any kind of cricket actually. I'm just like totally not interested in these kind of things. I mostly play like snooker. I mostly play like something like I would say cricket sometime, but I'm just like not interested to watching them. I'm interested to play with myself. If I'm playing that game, then I will be interested in it. If I'm just like not playing it, playing some games, so mostly just like never look at others how they're just like doing their. Bro, Loris are crazy about cricket. Yeah, but I'm just like not. I like last day. I remember my friends actually like put a like a big screen on a street. They just like place chairs there. Everyone just like sitting there. They just like shouting on every ball. So we just like enjoy that moment. But I was just like enjoying with my friends. I was just like totally not interested in a cricket actually. Even I was just like cheering the Indian cricket team as well. So it's just enjoying that moment. Kasbai, I want to do course from you. You are just like already just like join Market Fluidity University. If you just like wanted to get a proper education, and if you just wanted to take one-on-one session, then you can join me. I just only offering one-to-one session only now, and I think so it will be great if you just having like less money, or if you just like wanted to go with the community with the proper things. You just go and join Market Fluidity University. It's just like more than enough for you guys. I'm also here on in Market Fluidity University. Rather than that, I just like only offer one-to-one session. That's it. Just not selling any courses, not selling anything else. Cricket is waste of time. Yeah, in my sense, I think so. It makes sense. Look at the rejection now. 30 minutes just like now continuously pushing to the downside. Wow. 2 minutes left for the market candle to be closed. What a rejection. Yes. What a rejection. H1 still open. M30 rejecting. M15 again rejecting. See this one, the candle just do not have a upper wick. How it's just like reacting right now. So they just like still 1 minute left for the candle to close. Let's see how this candle just about to be closed. How much cost one-on-one session? It's like $1,000, and you're just going to be get like five one-on-one session with that one. And one session could be longer, like 1.5 to 2 hours. And we will just go through the all basic things, all the structures, each and everything, the psychology things, each and everything I would say. But this is like a 5 sessions only, one-on-one. Okay, just waiting for this candle to be closed. Let's see. Let's see. How to connect you on Insta? Yeah, you can message me on Insta actually. 30-minute impulse entry. We'll see. We'll see. There's just like few minutes left for the candle to be closed. Impulse entry, you know what? Mm, yeah, this impulse entry actually makes sense. But still, I'm just like not comfortable. I just don't know why, but I'm just like not comfortable with the cells with the impulse entry actually. Look at this one. Can I just like rejecting and close again within the range? You know what? What kind of impulse entry I would like to take here? Let me just look at 50-minute time frame. 50 minutes just like I like also close within the range. 30-minute candle created a wick if it's just like going to break below this area. Mm. No, 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 no. I'm just like not gonna take any trade here. Just I'm just like not interested in this sell. Impulse entry again. Let me just explain something. Impulse, impulse, impulse. Again, it's just like printed like an impulse entry setup. So still it will call like an impulse entry. Still it will be the same condition as an impulse entry. You know what would be more better in this kind of scenario? Might be if a candle just like rejecting and close with a small body. So if this candle is going to be closed with a small body, like so if suppose that candle just rejected with a long rejection wick, let me just okay. So just like suppose that's just like rejecting and close with a small bearish candle somehow like this. So if this candle just going to be closed with a small bearish candle, it's mean that it's just like drop the volume. The rejection is like a longer and the candle just like close in the bearish form, but close below the support area. And the next candle create a wick. So there is no business of the next candle to create a wick and break the low. If in this situation, if it's just like going to break the low, so there's a higher probability it will continuously pushing to the downside and fill this range on the left hand side. So this impulse entry in this situation I would like to take execution. But right now just like not comfortable. If I just like miss this move, doesn't matter. I'm just like not comfortable with these cells. Again, it could be like a forceful trade for me. If I'm just like not feeling comfortable, I'm just like not gonna take this one. So let's see. I don't know. I'm just like getting feeling something like that with my experience. That if it will break the low, might be just go a few pips in our favor, then it will start pushing to the upside and break its own high and will take the SL. Something I'm feeling in this situation. But if this is like a lot of volume and I just like saw some kind of structure in the like this kind of structure then definitely I just give my trade a chance. But look at the way how just like rejecting before. So yeah, not interested in this one. We just like sitting with the and London session open. Before that it's just like rejected from this area, continuously pushing upside, then it's just like start rejected from the upside, continuously pushing to a downside. So in this situation, no impulse entry for me. I would like to see a candle should have to be close in my favor. That's it. This is something I would like to see. GJ please. Actually I just don't wanted to look at GJ actually. You know what, just a messy price action going on a GJ. So let's just like look at daily time frame. Daily just daily just like did not broke the low, still holding the support area on the left hand side. Look at this one, support, resistance, psychological 200 number, H4. After the consolidation might be just like breaking above the high. H1, wow, H1 just like close in a strong bullish candle. Wow, it makes sense. The candle just create a wick and break above the high. How much range? It's like a 25 pip range on the left hand side. Don't like a much tradable range, I would say. Let's just look at 30 minute. Wow, 30 minute. The candle just like close with a small body. There's no business of the next candle to create a wick and break above the high. If it's just like going to break above the high, you're having like a 25 pip range, just like not a tradable range. Good trade. I would like to see at least like somewhere here. If this is like a lot of volume, it could continue pushing upside and fill this range on the left hand side, but need a lot of volume here. The previous candle just showing less volume, like drop the volume. If this current candle break above the high of the previous small body candle, then there's a probability it could continuously pushing upside. This makes sense. Yeah, look at the rejection and the way it's just like closed. H1 just closed above the resistance, H4 just breaking above the consolidation, the rejection on the left hand side. So just now just like need to depend on the volume, and this current candle should have to be break above the previous candle height for the continuation to the upside. This makes sense. Gold just stuck there, nothing on the gold. Look at this one. See this one? Didn't execute as impulse entry again and again. It's just like create a wick, and now again it's just like pushing upside. Might be just going to fill this wick again, but who knows? No trade zone for me. M30 break, all rejection, then we take sell or not. All rejection. I'm just like what would like to see a candle should have to be closed. No impulse entry for me. I'm just like not gonna take impulse entry. What is the logic of waiting for the candle to close in your favor then executing on the next candle, generally speaking? So if you just like got a confirmation candle just close below the support area, so it's just like a confirmation the price is like broke the support area, so there's a probability if the next candle create a wick, break the low, so it will continuously push into a downside because it just like try to break the low 4 times before but could not sustain its bearish pressure and close back into the range. So suppose that if the candle just like close below the support, we can give our trade a chance. But if in this situation you just wanted to go as an impulse entry, so 3 times you can see you just went into a drawdown for the cells. So if something happening in front of your eyes already 3 to 4 times, so what is the probability? Fifth or sixth time it's just gonna work out less probability. So this is the situation. You can read the candles. Market just like talking with you. It's just like telling you the condition what just happening there. So wait for the candle to close below the support, then you can give your trade a chance. Then it's a higher probability. Again, it's a probability. So it could be like a higher probability that it will continuously pushing to the downside. And still, if it's just like never gonna work out, you just like need to manage the risk there, because we are as a retail trader, we just work with the probability. We are not like a market makers, so we should have to be accept this thing and just stick with the things what we are just like facing on the charts. Wait for your structure to be formed. If you wait, there's a higher probability you will get paid. Make sense for Gul? It seems like it is moving strangely today. Yeah, just like a consolidation. Yeah, nothing on the chart. So I will just wait for the 50-minute candle to be closed. We'll see if this 50-minute could close below the support here, so we can give our trade a chance. If I just like didn't get anything, or if you just like not going to be get anything in the next 7 to 8 minutes, and 50-minute candle just close within the range, so I'm just like gonna close this stream and then we'll look at during the next session. Because if you just like didn't get something during the Asian, during the pre-London, during even it's just like opening of London, and if you just like didn't get anything, so what is the probability when the next volume will come? There's a probability might be volume will come during the pre-NY, might be with the NY NYSC. That is the time of the next session. There's a probability that we just gonna get some volume there. So we just cannot force ourselves something if we just like not getting volume during the pre-London or even opening after the opening of London. So there's a probability now. We just do not need to sit on the chart continuously no need to watching the chart continuously, just like to relax, just close the chart, set your alarm for the next session, and then come back on the chart with the next session by looking for the volume. Okay, what is the next session? Next session, wow, next session, bro, will will be like New York Open. So see this one, no volume. Previous candle showing volume, next candle showing volume. So how we can recognize the volume if there's just like a lot of volume? Why the candle just like not breaking and closing below the support? Why the candle just like not breaking and close above the resistance if there's just like a volume? Why it is just like not breaking in that way? So let's see. I'm just like waiting right now, waiting for this 50-minute candle to be closed. Yeah, it's just like a mess on the left hand side, lot of rejections, just like a very messy area for the cells actually. Should have to be stick with the higher time frame for the execution, just doing consolidation right now. No volume today till now. Yeah, nothing on the chart for me. Just 5 minutes left for the 50-minute candle to close. Oh, pushing to the downside now. But I'm just like already had a plan. I'm just like not gonna execute on this one. We'll see how this 50-minute candle just about to be closed. I would like to see a candle should have to be closed in my favor. It's just like wanted to take a sell. This candle should have to be closed below the support area. Next candle create a wick and break below this whole rejection on the left hand side, so I can give my trade a chance to grab few chunks here. Like, you know what I just like want would like to see here, the current candle which is just like struggling to break below this support area. I would like to see a candle should have to be closed nearby the support and somehow like this. And there's just like 3 minutes left for the M15 candle to be closed. If the 50-minute candle is just about to be closed somehow like this, and next candle create a wick, break the low, break this whole rejection on the left hand side, so I can give my trade a chance by placing the stop loss somewhere here. This makes sense. So might be candle will create a wick and break the low, so it will fill this range on the left hand side. But I would like to see this candle how it's just going to be closed. It's like very important to see how this 50 minutes is just about to be closed. This is the fifth time market retesting the same rejection area, so confirmation candle will be great. Let's let's wait and watch. Again rejection from the same area. Look at this one. Wow. Just 2 minutes left for the 50-minute candle to be closed. I'm just like looking at this one. If I just wanted to take a sell, I would like to see something should have to be appear somehow like this, and then this thing makes sense to me. If it is just like going to be print somehow like this, and then I can give my trade a chance. And still, if I'm just like going with a 50-minute time frame, I would like to manage my risk quickly, because 50 minutes just having like a less confirmation candle. So just like I don't think so the way just like rejecting might be just like again going back and going to be close within the range again. Let's see. Let's see. Just 1 minute almost left for the candle to be closed. Few seconds. What about if we close above the support, then wick down and enter at the break? Just like not comfortable with the buys or sells within the range. You know what? Just not comfortable. Why not to stay away from this range? Why to force ourselves for the execution? Because still you just like need to look at this one. 15 minutes just like having like a less probability structure actually. 30 minute will still remain open. Might be where do you remember how this 30-minute reacted the previous 30 minutes just reacted? This one in the last few minutes it's just like start rejecting and close with a small bit bullish candle. So what is the probability that if you just like depending on a 50-minute time frame it will continuously pushing upside within the range? It's again something like you are try to force yourself, and whenever someone just try to force their self for the execution, higher probability they gonna lose that trade. So 15 minutes just like closed back into the range. Again, nothing for me. It's just like nothing for me on the chart. So I think so I would have taken that impulse sell and took a loss if not on the live stream. Oh, so you just like secure the money with the education. Yeah, it's a win thing. Jumping off. Thanks for today. Yeah, I'm also jumping off now. So everyone, I'm just like heading off, just like nothing on the chart for me, and I think so. There's just like nothing on the chart for you as well. So don't try to force yourself for the execution. Do not try to predict the market, I would say. So I think so. I was gonna see you guys on Monday, Tuesday. Tomorrow is just like NFP, and Friday mostly Raja Bro will do the stream. So we'll see you guys on Monday or Tuesday. Till that, be safe, be careful. Don't try to force yourself. I will, I will be back on a NY session. We'll see if NY will bring something on the table. So I'm just like gonna close the chart as well. There's just like nothing. So we'll see. So till that, be safe, be careful, stay tuned. See you guys soon, and bye bye.